Hi and welcome to today's video. As you can tell from the title of the video, this is a romance book recommendation video by me. From me, by me, period. I haven't got that many. As soon as I sat down and wrote what ones I wanted to say and what ones I was going to be like honorable mentions, I know I forgot about 50, but that's okay. There can always be a part 2. You never know. It is past Valentine's Day, but I thought, you know what, it's still the month of love. We'll just do romance books for this one. And yeah, I've just got my favorite authors. The tropes I've got are small town romance, spicy, dark romance, and mafia, and also sports because they're just my favorites right now. There's probably so many. When I was going, I was like, oh my god, I should have done Second Chance, but I was like, I have a timeline right now, and I was like, I can always do part 2. So that's what I'm doing in part 1. Starting off with my favorite authors in no particular order. I was just writing them down as I go. I wouldn't even attempt to try and order them because I'm just not that good. Starting off with Julia Quinn for my historical romance. I have only read her Bridgerton series. I've only got 2 books left in Bridgerton and I am spacing out and I'm gonna see the other books, but I will confidently say that she is a favorite author of mine. I love me some historical romance. Also, comment some historical romance authors if you know some. I only know Julia Quinn. She's the only ones I've seen. So I stand by her though, and I love her with my whole entire heart. Next up is Ali Hazelwood. Just her, period. Not a specific genre, just her. I love Ali Hazelwood with my whole entire heart. My queenie, my everything. I love you. Next up is Elsie Silver. I love me some cowboy romance, and I just feel like she's such a consistent. I do have some other cowboy romance authors that I've read, but I think I've read the most of her books, so we'll just say Elsie Silver. Cora Reilly for the Mafia. Again, I've only read a couple outside of her Moral Chronicles, but I've loved everyone I've read so far. No, yeah, I have. I've loved everyone I've read so far, and I stand by that statement I stated. Next up is Soam Sketcher. Again, I've only read her Sinners Anonymous series, but I am planning on reading. She has another trilogy, also, I think. Not also, because now she's made it another book. Point being, I love her. I feel like I really need to shorten these. I feel like I'm going on a whole rant. You are gathering that I like her. Chloe Welsh, because obviously, obviously. I've got Lauren Asher specifically for the Dirty Air series. That's enough to get you on there for me anyway. But I just love QB Tyler, my spicy queen, my spicy forbidden taboo romance queenie. I love you. Also, I'm filming this. What day is it today? I'm filming this on the 12th of February. She has a book coming out on the 26th, and I'm counting down the days. It's not even funny. Jessica Kane, my short story queenie. If you like me, like reading short stories, I feel like if I didn't read short stories, I would go into a reading slump after every single book. And Jessica Kane is my queenie. I have read every single one of her short books now. She has some like ones I would give 5-star, like I've read them like at least 4 times, and like she has some that are okay, but like all in all, amazing. I love her and I really would recommend. My favorites by her are probably Blast from the Past or Blazed from the Past. I can't remember what his name was. It's Blazed from the Past, I think. I'm pretty sure. Queen Sized. I love that one. It was just so creative. I loved it. I loved it so much. I was like, okay, you're welcome. And lastly, my 2 queenies, my everything, my mothers. I am on my knees for these 2, and I'm not kidding for that. And that is Penelope Douglas and Katie Robert. Love. Can do wrong, but I can look over the wrong because I love them with my whole entire heart. Dark romance, you're welcome again. You've probably heard of both of them. You've probably read both of them. This is your sign just to read another one. You know what? I might after this. And that is it for my authors. Next up are my all-time. I have my holy trinity of a 3. I have so many close behind, but in the center, these are my 3, and it has been my 3 now for, I think, since 2023, I think. Fact check me if I'm wrong, Maya, but I'm pretty sure it's 2023. Anyway, these have been in my center of the universe, the books that changed me and made me who I am today. And that is the After series by Anna Todd. I think I cry I have cried an unhealthily amount to these books, and I don't mean just reading them, because obviously when I read them, but I mean when I sit here and think about them and I listen to their playlist. I have now been listening to my after playlist that I created for the past 3 months, and I pat myself on the back, girl. The way I found songs that had direct like quotes from the book in the lyrics, I was like, yeah, I did that. I did that. I wanted to do a video of my playlist and like all the songs with direct quotes. It would be a spoiler one, obviously, but then I was like, I can't play music on YouTube. So I was like, maybe I'll do it for TikTok and it just be like a 50-part series. Let me know. And my second, these are in no particular order, it's just in the way I wrote them. Although I did go alphabetically, so I love that for me. My second is Boys of Tommen. I mean, enough said. I physically can't talk about them books because I get such a sense of empty pit in my stomach. Like, you know, when you're depressed and you feel like nothing but numb and emptiness, like, and you can feel the numb. Like, I know numb is where you feel nothing, but like you can physically feel the nothingness. That is how I feel when I think about them, just like as of right now, where I left off mentally with it. So I'm gonna leave that there. And lastly is the Mindfuck series by St. Abbey. I nearly said by Lana Myers. No, that is my queenie. By St. Abbey, right behind me, in fact. She is my beautiful baby. She's my queenie. I love her. 6-star book. These aren't just 6-star books because I have many, like 50 Shades, Always Been You. Like, I have quite a few 6-star books, but these are what crafted me. Also reminds of him, but that's not a 6-star book. That just changed my whole perspective of my thinking. That's actually not on this list again because it wouldn't fit into a category. Okay, starting off with Small Town Romance. I have Out of Place by DC Kyle. Do not judge a book by its cover, and I mean that so seriously when I talk about this book. She's a little jump scare. She was a 5-star. She was a 5-star jump scare for me. You bet your fine fucking ass. It was given Wild Child. I was having the time of my life and I really enjoyed it. Next up is the Bellinger Sister Duology by Tessa Bailey. Oh my god, I didn't put Tessa Bailey as one of my top authors. Okay, where did I go so wrong? Tessa Bailey is my mother of mother, my queenie of queenies, and she can do no wrong in my eyes ever, and I mean that so seriously. Top author. I don't know why she's not on that list. She needs it. You see, this is why I can't do things under pressure, or just do things, period, because I forget things. I've never claimed to be a perfectionist, so you know what? Tessa Bailey is in my top 5, maybe top 3 author of all time. I don't care if she's immature writing. I don't care that people don't like third person. I do. I am the girly. If Tessa Bailey has no supporters, no fans, no lovers, I'm dead. So that duology, oh my god. It Happened One Summer will always just have a special place in my heart. It is a 5-star. It is a reread for me. That is where my Tessa Bailey journey began, and that is where my loyalty lies. That is where my loyalty lies. Next up is Cash by Jessica Peterson. I just read that. I'm up to the 3rd book in the series now, so I can't recommend the whole series, but I also loved the second one. I'm planning, and I will be continuing with that series this spring and summer, just because I think it gives such spring summer vibes. It also could give late August, early September vibes also. The Chestnut Spring series by Elsie Silver. Again, small town, country, cowboy. I love it. Give it to me. Theo, the Manual, my beautiful baby boy. Winter, my queenie. I just love them with my whole heart. And lastly is Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. Again, I would recommend the whole trilogy because I know it's going to be amazing. But I haven't read the second book. I've only read the first book. Read it literally probably in 2023 or so. Never picked up the rest of the books again. Which is amazing. I love that. Congratulations, Maya. You have a talent of doing that. I'm actually write this down. Quote me on this. I will be finishing that trilogy this year. I'ma hold me to that. I'll forget I even said that, but I'ma hold me to that. Moving on to my sports romance. It was starting off because I was gonna go into categories and everything, but it started off with hockey and then they kind of all just blended together. So it is very hockey dominant, and you know what? That's okay. That's okay. Starting off with Behind the Net by Stephanie Archer. Honestly, I was about to say she was gonna go on my top authors, but I've only ever read that book by her. so I'm gonna go crazy, but I loved it. I bought the whole series straight away and I was like, give it to me right now. It's not even funny. Next up is Heated Rivalry, of course. I haven't read the rest of the books in the series yet because I've been waiting to be able to buy them in physical, and now I can buy them in physical. I will be reading them very, very soon. But Heated Rivalry, it would be, honestly, I will put, that is a 6-star read to me, like the whole universe, fandom, everything. But you know what? I was like, keep it classy. Maybe when I read the rest of the series, then I will. But until Rachel Reed would also be a top author for me. But again, I haven't read the rest of the series yet. But as soon as I do, you best believe this time next year. Yeah. The Big Shot series by Tessa Bailey. Again, I'm only up to book 3. I've read book 3, so I guess my next one will be book 4. Have I read it? No. Do I know it's going to be good? Yeah, it's Tessa Bailey. I'm recommending it. Read it. Even if I haven't read it, I will recommend it just because it's Tessa Bailey, just because I love her. The classics for ice hockey is the Off Campus, the Briar U. They're fun, they're cutesy, they're a vibe. They do what they need to do, and I love that for them. The Dirty Air series by Lauren Asher. My favorites in that series was Collided and Redeemed. Redeemed was a hit I did not see coming. I couldn't have guessed that in my wildest dreams. And honestly, thank you. I really, really did appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. I got Coty and the Wall Winnipeg and Me by Mariana Zapata. I loved both of them. And in fact, I want to reread both of them now that I have them in the covers that I always wanted. Because I read both of them on the library when I first started reading. And now I want to go back and annotate them and read them again and just have the time of my life. This book, honestly, this close away. This book, not this close away because it's a 6-star book for me, but it can't be in my Holy Trinity just because it wouldn't be a Holy Trinity anymore. Does it have to be 3 to be a Trinity? Don't quote me on that. Not actually sure. Not actually sure, but 6-star read. I love it, and that is The Cheat Sheet by Sarah Adams. Just kill me. Just honestly, cremate me with that book in my hand. Thank you. And lastly, on my sports romance is Mile High and The Right Move by Liz Tornforty. Again, I've only read the first 2. I read them when they first came out in the original coverings. In the original covers. She changed the covers. I won't buy them again. I was like, take the piss out of me. You best believe. Tried reading on Kindle, but because I read the others in physical, I think it just messed with my brain and I just kind of just didn't finish it. It wasn't that I didn't like it, I just never went back to it. I only got like 20 pages in, maybe. Principal Being, also again, now I own the whole series. I just gave it and bought the new one, so I was like, whatever. Like, I don't even care at this point. And I will be reading them very soon. So I'm going to say probably the whole series, but because I haven't read it, and I haven't read many of Liz Tornforty's book, I'm not recommending the whole, but them two, I do recommend. Next up, we are moving on to my Mafia books, where it all began for me on Wattpad, my Wattpad Mafia days. You best believe. Also, if we're going to be talking about Wattpad and Mafia, I'm going to go with Mia Regina. That's where it all started for me. Everything started for me with that one book on Wattpad. So I'll recommend it. If you still have Wattpad and you read Wattpad to this day, you get me, girl. But if you had Wattpad and you're a Wattpad reader, you probably read it already. So, you know. Starting off with the Brutal Birthright series by Sophie Lark. Loved them. Fun vibe. I loved the family feel, every single story, loved it again. I read it in 2023, so I don't remember the exact details. The thing is with me is I don't have the best memory. So I talk about books because I know how I felt and I loved them. But then I'm like, I couldn't actually tell you the details about it. So I think I need to do a reread, and I finally got them all in the indie covers. I had the first 4 when they first came out in the indie covers, obviously. Forgot about the series because I was just reading, like, there's so many different ones at that point. It was just a different time. Then they got republished. But I finally found the last one on eBay that I've been looking for, and they all line up perfectly, and I love them. Also, they are cheap, though, in the new publishing. So you're welcome. If you haven't read it yet, read them now. And I'm pretty sure they're on Kindle as well. The Sinners Anonymous by Soam Sketcher, that again was where my Mafia journey began on physical books. I am only recommending the first 1 to 3 because I didn't like Gabe's book. I'm not recommending it because unless his second book makes up for it, I'm gonna be like skim his book and just go balls deep into his second one because I just feel like there's actually no making up for that book. What I had to read, what they put me through. Well, she put me through. So you know what? Period. That's what. Now you know. Now you know. You're welcome. But then first three, Raph and Penny's books. Holy 6-star reads for me, rereads for me. I love them with my whole entire heart. It's not even funny. I fully recommend that. That whole universe and world building, I love it with my whole entire heart. I need to read her other books because I know I'll find home there. And I need that. I honestly, what am I doing? I need to do it now. The Maid trilogy by Danielle Laurie. I feel like everyone has read them. If you haven't read them, The Sweetest Oblivion, the first time I read it, I was like, oh my god, that was so good. The second time I read it, loved it. I was like, yes, yes, let's keep the ball rolling. And then I read the whole trilogy, loved them. I feel like I need to reread the last book again because I had some opinions, but now I'm a bit more older and I feel like I'm gonna try it again, see how I feel again about it, but I did really enjoy it. I had a good time. The Kings and Mafia series by Michelle Hurd. I've only read the first 5, but three of them, 3 of them were 5 stars, and the other 2 or 3 were like 4.5s. Like every single one of them was amazing. I loved them, so fully recommend, and I'm fully continuing with that series. The Kimura Chronicles by Cora Reilly. Oh my god, my babies. The Falcon or Falcone brothers. Yeah, yeah, Remo, my baby. Come home to me, King. I love you with my whole entire heart. It's not even funny. Bring Serafina as well because I love her. Bring the twins. Oh, just honestly, I just want to be in that world. I just want to be in that world. I don't even want to be with him or any of them because they are so perfect. It's not even a dream of mine. I couldn't even dream of like honestly. Oh my god, just kill me. Just kill me. Again, kind of looking over the last 2. They're worth the read. Well, they're worth the read, but like no, I don't hold them to the same high rating as I do the first 4. Here's Tesoro by Emilia Rossi. Loved it again, 5-star book, fully recommend. The Monster Trilogy by Rena Kent. Oh, I love it. I'm gonna reread that. I read that last year and it was a complete shock to the system. Oh, it gave Mulan. It gave so many vibes. It was its whole own vibe though. I don't even know how to describe that world I was in, but take me home. Like please just take me home. I don't even know how to describe the feelings I felt. Like that whole like the first book and maybe I can't remember exactly the timelines now or where they were and what book, but I know for sure it was the first book and maybe the first half of the second book. But that feeling, like it kind of gave dystopian vibes in a way to me. I loved it. Next up is my dark romance. And obviously, we are going full power with the Mindfuck series by S.T. Abbey. We know how I feel. We know how I stand. I honestly, there are 5 short stories in one book, and some of them are probably like a 4.75, 4.95. 5-star for all of them for me. Just my specific favorite ones is Painted All Red, Scarlet Angel, All the Lies. You know, I might as well say Sidetracked to the Risk. That's the whole fucking book. Just read it. Like, oh my god, so good. Lana Myers, my mother, my queenie, my everything. I would want to be and more. I love you. I promise. If you were a real person and stood up today and said you needed help, I am next to your side. I promise I don't care the consequence. I will be there. Next up is like any Penelope Douglas book. I'm pretty sure every single one of them are dark romance. I think. I'm like pretty 100% sure. Did I fact check? No. I just feel like I know. I know my mother by now. And lastly, I didn't get many on this one simply because I started off as dark romance, then just went on to Mafia. So now they're kind of all mixed in together. And then I kind of forgot about the dark romance by that point. So it is the Never After series by Emily McIntyre. Oh, yes, a million percent yes. What one is, I think my favorite ones were Scarred. They're just, you know what, read all of them. They're all retelling. The first one, Hooked, is Captain Hook. The next one, Scarred, is the Lion King retelling, but Scar is male main character. Yep, you're welcome. Twisted is what's his name? Aladdin, is it Jafar? The Aladdin retelling, but it's the villain, obviously. Crossed is the Hunchback of Notre Dame retelling, and Hexed is it Little Mermaid retelling? Can't fully remember, but oh my god, I love them. Every single one of them. I'm reread. The year is too short. I want to reread everything. I wish I could read a book within an hour because I would be the happiest person going on this earth if I could. And lastly, we are just going on to my spicy books. This one's not long, because I feel like every book I've said so far is spicy. Apart from the Small Town of Sports, they're not the spiciest, but spicy. Okay, this is actually the first book I'm gonna say is a mix between spicy, dark romance, and sports, and that is the Puck in Wrong series by C.R. Jane. Lincoln Daniels is a top 3 book boyfriend for me. I say it. I say it. I said it. It's been said. It's been said. Yeah. Yeah. I just wow. Wow, 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 wow. We read the series. I don't really care what you say. The first time, I actually recommended the Pokemon number to my sister and my best friend, and they both rated it a like 4 point something. I actually don't remember what people rated it. My sister Kiana, she rated it 4 point something, and I was like, that's so low. How could you rate it? Realized the first time I read it in like 2024, 2023, I also rated it a 4, but now I reread it and I've read the whole series and I know how they think on each person. Oh my god, 5-star, that whole series. The things I would do to just have a 1,000-page book of their group chats. Please make it happen. Please make it happen, I beg. Next up in my spicy is 50 Shades of Grey. This is a 6-star book for me. It is a reread for me. The mothers that read 50 Shades, they knew what they were doing. Let's just trust them. Let's just sit there and trust them. Actually, I can hold my baby. If I think too hard about Christian and Anastasia, I'll cry. I promise I'll cry. Christian, my broken baby boy. Anastasia, my queenie mother you are. I will die on this. I would do anything for them. Can you hear me screaming? Please don't leave me. Is it time for my 50 Shades reread? I think. The thing is, when you read. Same with After. If you want to reread After, it's not just after you're rereading. You'll reread an After and After We Collided. Because you can't just leave it on After. I don't care how many. I've read it now, both of them, like 5 times now. You cannot just leave on After. I don't care if you know what happens. You need to read both of them. They're just like basically one big book. Same with this. You can't just leave on 50 Shades of Grey. You also need to read Darker. And I just love them with my whole heart. Fully recommend A Deal with a Demon series by Katie Robert. I love. Read the whole series. There's one of them I didn't enjoy, but the rest of them I love it. You're here for a good time, not a long time. Again, also I just wrote Katie Robert under spicy because period. I mean, period. Like you know what you're getting into. You're welcome. I also can't remember what the series is called, but the Desperate Measures, and then there's the Hades, Persephone, and Hercules book, and there's the. I think I've read like 4 books of them. I just can't remember what they're called, but I also loved that series by her. I also just said any QB Tyler book and any Penelope Douglas book, specifically for QB Tyler. I like Always Been You, Unconditional, is it Unexpected? Can't fully remember. I'll put it up anyway. And I like. Oh. I loved second semester, enjoyed first semester. You know what? All of them. Honestly, any QB Tyler period, you're getting in spicy. You like spice, you've got yourself some spice. Again, Penelope Douglas. The first full length book I ever read was Punk 57 by Penelope Douglas. That again, 6-star read for me. It's a reread. It's where I began. It's home to me. I love it. But if I'm getting into it, I'd probably say I love Misconduct. I love Birthday Girl. I really enjoyed Bully and what is the other one called? Until You. Love them ones. That's all I can think of off the top of my head, I'm not gonna lie. But every single one I love, honestly. And I also just said Always Been You, but I said that with QB Tyler. It just had to have its own moment. I think I've read that book now like 5 times. Taboo for sure, Forbidden for sure. But if you don't give a fuck like that, like same as me, it's just like watching a film. It's not like crazy plots. Like, expect what you would expect from like an hour 30 minutes romance film. Yeah, you're welcome. Speaking of romance films, Through My Window, it gives the Wattpaddy vibes it gave me. It was like coming home. It was like coming home after a rainy day in the graveyard movie. Point is, recommend it, loved it. If you watched My Fault and wanted to read My Fault, I honestly wouldn't read My Fault. I'd read Through My Window. It'll give the vibes you wanted to give. You're welcome. I also read My Fault. Didn't love it as much as the film. I hate to say, but maybe I just need to reread it. Maybe it wasn't my time. But yeah, maybe the problem was that I watched the film. But the point is, anyway, I recommend Through My Window. If you've read these books and you didn't like them, that's okay. You can have your opinions. Just don't tell me. Honestly, we can't be friends. No, I'm joking. But in all seriousness, if you didn't like these books, how about give them a reread? Try again. That's it for today's video anyway. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.